Why did God send me to IHOPU? I ask that question every other month.
I think he didn't tell me the full picture at the beginning.
I think one of the reasons why God sent me to IHOPU was to face my own brokenness and to face His gentleness in my own brokenness, to encounter Him as I encounter truth in His Word and in the nature of who He is.
When I came in, I was so gung-ho and so ready to jump into the next thing, whatever that would be, and the Lord has been so kind and faithful to slow me down in so many different situations.
I believe that He brought me so that I would be able to walk in the fullness of what it looked like to really love Him and really walk in the gifts that He's given me.
There were so many areas in my walk with God and my view of myself before I came to Kansas City that I just had no confidence and I had no security in. I felt like I was kind of just suspended trying to find the next open door. And when I came here, all the things just started lining up in my life. I started becoming more confident in His leadership over my life, in my next steps with ministry, and the desires of my heart to know Him, and being confident in knowing that everything in history and everything that God has been writing throughout history is like going forward, and I'm part of that story.
It's an unknown adventure that the Lord took me in to this journey, not knowing what He has in store, and He has customized each adventure to each and every one of us according to our likings and personalities and assignments in life.
I really came with the desire to sit in the prayer room and just to be with the Lord, and honestly to not lead anything and to not disciple anyone, which is funny because I love doing that now, but the Lord provoked my heart in a way that I didn't expect. It continued drawing me closer to Him, and I started to burn for things that I didn't care about before, and fell in love with His story, with His people, with IHOPU, and just the family here.
I think one way that IHOPU has really helped me grow in intimacy with the Lord has actually been through those relationships, just seeing Jesus not just in myself or in my teachers, but in my friends around me who help me grow and help me move toward the Lord and reach out to the Lord in intimacy with Him. I think as much as I love the classes, and the classes were amazing, and the teachers were amazing, there was something about the friends and the people here that made it more of an experience than just a school.
This community and the way that we pursue Jesus together is one of the most unique things that I've ever experienced. Coming in and never having really been in a place where everybody is wanting to pursue Jesus and love Him with their whole heart and gets excited about like reading the Word and discussing it and doing ministry. Like having a group of people that genuinely loves the Lord, it just stokes your fire. And the confidence that has come from the continual washing of the water of the Word, whether that is through the prayer room, whether that is through classes, whether that's through friendship or the secret place, really established my heart. And I would say that if there was one phrase that I would use to encapsulate kind of where the Lord has brought me to, and I would say it would be confidence and love.
I think I've grown in coming out of hiding and not living in fear and really holding my identity as a daughter and really embracing that.
Through the last 4 years, I would say the biggest thing the Lord has shown me is how He actually sees me, actually loves me for me. And it's not a question of my ability to fulfill a certain role or a certain context or be the big leader or do whatever it is that needs doing. It really is settling down and letting Him know me as I am right now instead of who I'd like to be or who I wish I was.
I grew in my confidence in the Lord as I discovered who He made me to be in Him.
If I had told myself in the very beginning where I am now, I would have been just like, yeah, this girl's crazy and you're just wrong. I barely recognize the girl that came in my freshman year. It's a weird feeling to think about it, but somehow like my heart is on fire and my heart is tender towards things that I wasn't before, and I love Jesus more than I ever had, and just things that the Lord's put inside of me to care about that I didn't think that those were going to be part of my story, but now I can see that the Lord's been doing that the whole time. So yeah, it's a weird feeling knowing that I'm a different girl than I was when I was a freshman.
I have heard ever since I came in the door that greatness is measured by the first and second commandment, by being loved and loving. And I would have assented to that mentally, and greatness comes before God's eyes and His alone. But in this last semester, it's really sunk in. Like, it's really hit me in a new way that it truly does not matter what I am doing. It doesn't matter if it looks great or magnificent in the eyes of people. It really, really only matters if I'm doing it with a heart fully in love. If I am doing it, receiving the love of the Father and loving Him in return and overflowing to those around me. And so I think that just that reality that has really sunk down into my heart in these last couple of months has set me up really for success. I feel just a confidence and a security and a peace, because it truly doesn't matter where I go or what I do. It's whose eyes I'm doing it before, and it's the measure of my heart and the measure of love that matters.